Okay, I'm back. Last video for Cinderella on this page we've been working in out of Ruth's book. And we talked about using this jelly roll. So what I'm going to do and how I keep from getting it on me, because I have a lot of people, oh, what do you do when you smear it? We're not going to smear it. Okay, let's just say that to start with. We are not going to smear. Now, I'm going to see if I can do this and still show you what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know if I'll talk through all this or not. I know I usually talk through all of it. But I'm wanting to really watch what I'm doing. You remember how we did this dark green a while ago? We kept it very loose and free. That's what we're going to do on here. Very loose and free. These pens roll. I want to say it's called Stardust. Is that right? Somebody post in the comments, please, what these are called. This is all up through here. It just seems to engulf all around her. It's just, it's just like coming off of her. Can you see that? I'm going to catch the light. All right, light, come here. Does that help you to see it? Okay. So as we keep coming down, it's just, I'm not going to be real particular. I am going to hold this pen back and let it do the work for me. I'm just letting it put all the little glitter color out there. You can do dots anywhere you want dots. You can do the little squigglies. You can do a mix. You can do little stars. Remember a while ago when I did one of these? Still, we started here and now we're coming here and we're going to work our way off the page, and that's how we're going to keep from smearing it. Just don't go back over. Plus, do you see how far back I'm holding this pen? Way back. You don't have to hold this up close. And now my hand's not even on the paper. And you're like, oh, but I don't have control over it. You don't need control for this kind of picture, because we're just trying to make sure that we get all of this on her. She is just like coming undone at the seams. So this little magical fairy dust is just everywhere. So we don't have to be careful where we're putting it. I still think there ought to be a way to really catch that. I hope you're seeing what I'm talking about. I'm sitting down and trying to look through. There it is. You see it? Woohoo! All right, right there. Right in there. So I am just getting it on the page. I'm not being real particular. I'm not drawing just circles or just waves or just dots. I'm doing a little bit of everything. So I think as long as you do that, I mean, you want it to look like she got saturated in this. The fairy godmother's little spell is just coming apart at the seams. And Cinderella knew it would. She knew she was on limited time. Okay, go over this. even though some of that's brown underneath. Just going to go under it, or over the top of it, I mean. The pen seems to work just as well on top of the pencils as it does underneath or on just regular paper. I'm getting this on the edge of her here. I'm going to do the shoe. Oh, very definitely. I'm going to take this shoe and it is going to get totally outlined. And all of the lightest areas are going to be done with this, and then I'm going to leave the paper show through for the rest. Alright, now that's pretty saturated, but it still didn't go through, and I've got my plastic there. Let's look at the front again. Yeah, it came all the way on up the side, and it's going to come up the other side of her. It just really engulfs her all the way around. So we started here, we went through some of the plant and around. So now we're going to turn the book, and we're going to keep going. Keep your hand out of it. You don't need to have your hand over in there. Put some little dots around. Just whatever you want to do to make it look like she has the fairy godmother's little spell just coming off of her all over. All around this white area. Just keep it free. Be free. Let your hand do all the work. Just can you tell I'm rolling this from time to time? Yeah. When I paint trees, I will get a liner brush with my brown paint. I hold it way back like this, and as I pull away, I'll twist and turn, because then I don't have the control on it, and that will make sure that I get wispy branches. See, we're going to go up in here and just get to where you can see. Make sure your pen's still working. Mine is, and this will show more as I'm finished. You know what we did not do? Those flowers on her shoulder. So pen goes down. She had some roses on her shoulder. Remember? And then I'm going to come in with this color just to make them appear a little different than what's on the bushes. That was, I think I did number 30. And then that second one was number 75. And then I'm coming in with some green just to do some leaves and stuff back here. Yeah, she's just wearing a little corsage for some reason. But it's pretty. You don't want to be too wild on this. You want it to look like it's actually belonging there. So there we go. Now I'm going to go back to my pen and I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to put some of this on there just because I can. All right, how's that? Around her face. I mean, she has this fairy godmother just oozing out of her. Wherever you want to put it. You can tell I'm not being real careful. Let me tell you, this is so freeing. Being able to just take off on a page. See, and I'm going to do all this. You notice I've not had to unclog this pen. It just keeps working. Now we're coming up the back of her. Put some on our little tendril that's out here. Back of her hairline. Okay, I'm going to do some around her beads here. the stuff that's in her hair, the little decoration. I'm going to do her necklace. I'm going to spot it. Spot or dot, whatever you want to call it. Little dots. See how that made it look really silver and nice? Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I believe I'm going to do that down through here. Now, I know my hand can come on the paper about an inch, and then I'm going to be hitting wet ink. So just really be careful. These are all little dots. Okay. Just little dots coming around. Same thing down the front. And then she had some little work on the edge of her bodice. I really don't remember what it was. I'm sure we could look at the front of the book. But I just did scallops and then some straight lines. We just mainly want to make sure that she is glittered up. Okay? So just make sure you've got glitter and shimmer and shine wherever you can. Let's look back at the front. Okay, I think we've pretty well glittered her up. Now, I am going to take my darker brown and I am going to come in here and outline her waist and her arm. Just because we've kind of lost that. And again, it tucks that area to the back and pops her to the front. And then I can just blend that in there. Okay. And then I can go over that with my yellow. Remember that first yellow we used, the 02? And I can do that even with that shimmer in there because I'm staying out of it. But I'm just blending some of that brown to where it's in there, but it's like a last thought of being in there. Okay. Let's give her some shimmer on these gloves. Just because we can. Let me tell you. Okay. Hand up off the table. I'll put my fist down, then my hand on top of my fist. And then I can reach across. And that's how you can also keep from getting into your wet glitter. All right. So anywhere else you want to add it, add it. I am going to stand up so that I can see if there's a way I can show you any better all this glitter. Oh, come on. It's covered, y'all. There you go. Okay, don't get sick. I'm going to take the camera down. I'll let you sit down where I was sitting. Can you see? Can you see all the glitter now? Isn't that cool? See, that's what I'm seeing from where I'm sitting. You can't see it from where you were. But yeah, it's just, she is just oozing with this spell that's breaking down. And she's got to get home. So, all right, that is our dear Cinderella. And I think I'm going to take and add just a little bit more here around the front of her face. Just because there's not as much there. Okay, there's more there now. Okay. So anywhere where you want this trailing off, just add it in. Yeah, it's just not picking up as well for y'all as it is. There you go. I just have to get at different angles. But yeah, that's just kind of oozing off of her all over. Okay, so that's it for Cinderella. Keep working on it. Play with your pens. Do your colors, go back and look, see what doesn't look light enough or dark enough, and get it fixed up. But I think she looks pretty good. So thank you for joining me. And I will see you hopefully in the next week or so with another follow along. Thanks. Bye.